And good morning. Ooh, I still got my sunglasses on because it's a bright sunny day out here in the Midwest. First up, can you hear me? How's the sound? Do we think we have this under control? You guys let me know. Welcome to the August 20th edition of the Makas and Movas podcast. And today's topic is all personalized gifts because those bad boys equal premium profits. So we're going to talk about that. But before we get into that, this is kind of where it's at. Premium products, right? Personalization gifts. You know, we're going to talk about how those adding those names, those monograms, those little custom touches, man, they really help us, the small business owners, outshine those big box stores. You know, it doesn't matter if you're using HTV, rhinestones, DTF, stickers, custom names. It doesn't matter. You know, they're not just cute; they're insanely profitable because they're custom, right? Birthday shirts, bridal gifts, teacher totes, team gear. So we're going to break down, five real ways that those personalized gifts can boost your margins, build customer loyalty, and keep those orders rolling all year long. We're going to learn how to use that emotional value to charge more, niche down with the custom gifting occasions. We're going to make more money with fewer items, more with fewer, turn every customer into that walking billboard. And we really want you to become the go to gifter in your town. So, if you're ready to make your product stand out and sell more, I think this just might be the episode for you. So, that's what we're going to do. Now, if this is your first time here or a long time here, I know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, what the weather is like in your area. It looks like we are not going to be Satan's. I was going to say it's too early in the morning to say that. It is. It's not going to be super hot today. Still got a little humidity, but not what we've been dealing with. So that's awesome. Um, Sunny. We've got a peach vibe Celsius rocking, and yeah, that's there. Now for what else? Five things. Five things. What are five things that you're going to accomplish today? DTF on the way. We've got glitter HTV that needs to get cut for transfers. There's a couple short store orders that need to get done and out. And then for the rest of it, we've got meetings with realtors to go over, look at other places, and then unload. Keep unloading so that way we can get stuff somewhat in order. Boom, boom, bing, bang, bob. That's what we got. So I want to know yours. I want to know yours. We'll check in here with the Cindy depressed me yesterday. She says hi, Barb, but she depressed me because one of the buildings that we were looking at, part of it was because it was on the parade route, right? Now the parade route has completely changed, and it is going to be a complete CF. And I cannot wait to see this. And I don't even know if we'll go to the parade because traditionally where we go, and we've always had a good spot for it. Now there's not a good place. It's not good access. Like, where's everybody going to park? How are you going to get to places? Well, because you can't get in the park. Like, it is going to be a nightmare. A nightmare, 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 nightmare. Morning to you, Linda. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. Good morning, Nicole. Debbie, that's at nighttime. Michelle apparently doesn't, everybody thought my music's trash. Never. It keeps me pumped up and going. That's what it's going to do. Right, Cindy? Finally cooling down. From Australia. Thanks for joining us, Jenny. Thank you so much. What time is it down there in Australia? It's gotta be nighttime, right? It's gotta be nighttime. Don't worry, Debbie. I have typos all the time. Typos left and right all of the time. Linda's got 76 on the way to over 100 there in Texas. Hot tea in the cup. Her five things is work on getting heat press fixed, Chipley store, 3D print, get ready for school event tomorrow night, edit the photos. She's got a rockin' day ahead of her. Profit, right? Profit, 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 profit. Tanya, good morning. Beautiful southern Iowa. I'll take that. I'll take that. It's not bad over here. I'll let that. I'm not bad in there. And Linda's getting ready to make personalized coffee cups for all the parent community liaisons for all 19 schools in one of the districts. Yeah, I work for when I meet them doing stores. Awesome, Linda. Debbie's made several memorial ornaments, not laser, not HTV, over the years, and had customers tell me they brought tears to their eyes. Man, personalization is awesome for that. Hey, Linda, good morning, everyone. A first time from Virginia. I about screwed that all up. It's not. It's just a homecoming parade. It's just not. It's just a homecoming parade. It was just one of the things that I wanted to do. Ooh, from California. Thanks for joining us so early. See, people are up there. Southern Illinois by way of Chicago. See, she's in Southern. And we got Nicole in Northern, and we're in Western. We got it covered. Brian checking in. Coffee, not coffee. Mountain Dew. 5 things. 1 to 4 designs. Take Myra to. Oh, the colonial scope. That's a great thing. Hopefully she's feeling fine. Right. That's what we got. All right, my friends. I say, let's get into it, right? Let's get into it because personal gifts are going to equal premium products, premium profits, profits. So if you've ever wondered how to stand out in that world full of those mass produced gifts, today's for you. We're going to talk about the power of personalization and why adding, a name, a monogram, or an inside joke can transform that simple item into something that people are willing to pay a premium for. And this doesn't matter if you're using HTV, if you're using rhinestones, DTF transfers, embroidery, even decals. It doesn't matter. These custom touches let you, compete on that connection, not the price. So we're going to dive into 5 ways that personalized gifts can boost your profit margins, wow your customers, and we're trying to keep you booked with orders for every occasion: birthdays, weddings, teacher gifts, and so much more. So, numero uno, emotion beats efficiency. All right. Because big box stores may be convenient, but what they can't compete with is the emotional impact of a personalized gift. When a customer sees their child's name on a backpack tag or their best friend's new married name on a tumbler, it creates that moment, right? You're not just selling a product, you're selling that feeling. And this is your edge, okay? While the cost of supplies may be similar, the perceived value skyrockets when something is customized. That's why people will happily pay, another $25 for, a monogram water bottle that they could grab at $9 for Target, right? Emotion justifies the premium. Some examples of this is a simple tote bag jumps from $8 to $22 with just a bridal party name on it, right? It's personalized, perceived value, custom, right? When we look at a teacher gift, with a personalized quote in the child's name, teachers eat that up. That outshines the 37 candles that are sitting on the table every year. Okay. So here's the action step. If you have not or do not have it, we need to make it known. So we need to add, personalization available. And this needs to be added to product listings. And this is an upsell. And this is not an add-on, right? We're selling it as a value add-on, right? This is an upsell. Got it? So personalization available. Now, number 2 is your niche is in the details. Okay. When you offer customized gifts, you're not just a print shop, you become part of somebody's story. Right? This is really powerful for weddings, anniversaries, new birthday gifts, new baby gifts. Even the end of season or end of year thank yous. Every one-off order is an opportunity to showcase your attention to detail. And unlike bulk jobs, that are volume based, personalized gifts let you go deep inside of what somebody wants. So this is where it's perfect for those small teams and those solo makers, who want to make sure that every sale counts without needing 100 orders at once. Some examples is right now we're hitting fall wedding season, right? Spring's wedding season, fall wedding season. So you can use gang sheets and you can build those custom personalized wedding shirts, right? With the inside jokes for the bachelor party. We just did some and they're in the kind of the font style of the Cards Against Humanity font, and it has their stuff on it. So, I think it's like 12 shirts, a dozen of them, each one different. Perfect for it. DTF, great example for that. Maybe you can put together, teacher appreciation bundles, that come with some kind of pouch and a notebook and a coffee cup. So that way, hey, it's personalized for each one of them. There's that part of it. So what we need to do here is kind of if you're going into the personalization thing and we want to hit that market, then we need to create a place for people to see it. So we need to create that gifting section on our website, or or that social media showcase where you have the pictures of it, the mock-ups of it, so people can see what it done. And you do by category, you do by occasion. Like I said, weddings, birthdays, birth announcements, retirements, anything like that. Put together in a category so that way you're able to roll through it. Now, numero three, small runs, big margins. All right. Because personalized items allow you to charge more even when you're only making one or two pieces. You don't need to wait for those big bulk orders and worry about hitting a minimum. In fact, your customer expects small batch, and that's what makes you special. This means more profit per unit, less overhead, fewer logistical headaches sometimes. Even better is that you can often reuse the same blanks across multiple projects, making inventory management easier for small shops. What does that mean? Right? Well, we have a tumbler. We use these tumblers. They're black tumblers, right? And we use black, and we can put that on everything. We That's why we use black tumblers. We can use that in every store that we have there because it engraves. Easy enough. Okay. Uh, some examples is like birthday shirts. Birthday shirts with the name and age. You're talking $25, $35, not even question, because it's a personalized for an event for that kid for that specific time. They can't go into Walmart or Target, or is there any other big box stores left? Walmart, Target. Who's left? They can't go in there and just buy it, right? They come to you because you were giving them a personalized item. Something as simple as a simple rhinestone monogram. Not a lot of cost on your end of it, but that turns a $7 blank into a $25 to $35 product. It's a perceived value. We've got, a personalization on it. So the action step for this is we need to price our custom items based on the value that they deliver, not just the time or the materials. Because what are you charging for? The magic. You're charging for the feeling. You're charging for the experience. You can charge for that. Now, before we come to our last two questions, comments, concerns so far. If not, we get there. Brian says, "Do we need an email for the entire world that we are not open for Labor Day?" Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think we do because that's 2 weeks. Yeah, week and a half because that's not Monday; it's the next Monday. So yeah, we do need an email for that. Uh, Peg Scott, there in Southern Carolina, 79 and muggy. One cup, one coffee. I have coffee and one cup of water in my tumbler. There he goes. Firing a PATA. Coffee late, I love it. Supplementing socks, tumblers, and sewing a dress for my grandbaby. Love it, love it, love it, love it. You're welcome, Jerry. Taking notes. Love it, love it, love it. Take notes. Make sure, like, subscribe. Keep those comments coming. Be interactive. These are nothing without you. All right. Number four. It's easy to market because people show it off, right? Personalized gifts are naturally Instagrammable, TikTokable, Facebookable, right? When someone gets something with their name on it, they want to show it off. Don't we all do that? Oh, look what I got. Look what I did. And what does that do? That turns your customer into the perfect marketing machine. And this is, especially works well if there's, a little branding or a QR code sticker with their order. Something that's easy to be scannable, something that they can share with it. The best part, these posts feel organic and authentic. Why? Because they are. Nobody wants a post of a pic of a mass produced item, but, you know, a nice tumbler that's engraved with, Miss Ramirez on it. Hey, that's going on stories immediately for it. Like right now, we're in back to school time. How many moms have you seen post a picture of her kid holding, a custom made, first day of school sign or wearing this shirt? It has their name, grade, all that stuff on it. Personalization, it matters. When you're looking at wedding season and that, how many times have you seen a bride share, that rhinestone hoodie, that has their wedding hashtag or their bridesmaids, maid of honor, things like that, all laid out there with it. Loved it. How many of those people that receive that gift then take a picture of it and share it, right? So how do we get this to happen? Well, in every order that we do, let's put a thank you card in there. Let's encourage them to tag you when they post their gift. We want to maybe even offer, a small discount for doing so. You know, put something together there for it because they are going to be your best marketers for it. Real life experiences, no mass produced items. You're getting the feeling, the emotion, you're getting everything behind it. Now, number five is, you become the go to for thoughtful gifting. Because once somebody experiences how easy and impactful that your custom gifts are, guess what's going to happen? They're going to come back again and again and again. I've often said that we can go from birth to death, right? Baby announcement, memorial. And we can cover everything in there. We can cover every life event, first day of school, first marriage, first divorce. We can cover all of it. We are there for the entire duration of their life. So there's no shortage of things we can make it for. And do that, they start coming back to you. We're just no longer that one time Etsy shop. They start thinking of you every time that they need something meaningful and personable. And you can build, that entire business on repeat buyers. Like I said, parents with birthdays, grandparents with grandkids, teachers with classrooms, co-workers with retirements. If you position yourself as the go-to for gifts that don't suck, guess what? You win. So, some instances of this is you create a Mother's Day bundle, right? Everybody buys stuff for their mom. Hey, so now we create that every year. They come back to see what the new one that you have to offer. Maybe at the end of, as we're getting here in the fourth quarter, we start planning and thinking about that. There's end of year gifts that corporate businesses will do where there's their logo on it and they might do a monogram or a personalized name for their employees. So, hey, they'll do team water bottles. Look what we can do. Here's the other options. We can do this next year. Guess what? They need to spend that money at the end of next year. They come back to you because you created an experience. You created a feeling. You made them feel good. You made their employees feel good with it. So what can we do? Well, let's look back through our past customers, right? And let's create that VIP list or loyalty program for those that are repeat gifting customers, right? Hey, you always buy the same stuff for us. Let's see what we can do. What can we put in place to help them make the decision easier? Hey, can we create some kind of buyers club where they're getting points to things? Can we get buy X amount of things and here's a percentage off? Put something together, some kind of bonus program, some kind of loyalty program. And if they can share more, then you get more. So, to recap all of this, personalized gifts are going to equal premium products. Why? Emotion beats efficiency because you are selling the moment, not just the merch. Your niche is in the details. So we can go deep with those custom occasions, just not the bulk orders. Right? The small runs equal big margins. One-offs can be more profitable than larger orders because it is a personalized, singular thing that they are not going to be able to go buy somewhere else. It really is an easy market for four because, personalized gifts are shown off and shared. So easy market to do. And you become the go-to you become the go-to person that they trust with their most meaningful gifts. And that's what we got. That is how we are going to use those personal gifts to make bank this fourth quarter. I know we're still in August. Let's start thinking ahead. Brian's on me to make sure I remember I need to start pushing stuff out there ahead of because now I'm not only an end user, I'm a supplier. So we need to get more on that. So we will get more into that. Now, Friday, because we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Friday, what are we leading into? Holiday sales start now, right? The pre-holiday warm-ups, what we can do to, start preparing now for the fourth quarter. So that's what we're going to talk about on Friday. Next Monday, confidence. And next Wednesday, I think I have on my list here that we're going to do systems to help your small at-home apparel business. Your at-home apparel business, there's systems to help it. So some of the things we use in our business, some of the other things that I'll talk to people about that they use in their business. So we'll get that on there. And then just today, Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, so I have the mentorship call at 9:30, and then their open office hours are at 11. We'll get that turned on before I jet out because we have a meeting at 11 with the realtors, and that's the day from there. So we got a lot. We got a lot to go on from there. Debbie, good morning to you, Waukesha. I know exactly where Waukesha is because we have another customer that's up there in Waukesha. That would be Distinctive Merch Co. up there in Waukesha, downtown Waukesha, right there on that creek. That's a river, that's a creek or something. I've seen it a few times. Um, right, I'm going to go back, read comments, see where we are, see if anybody has questions, comments, concerns. Carla, where you at in there in Illinois? That's right, UGC. Do we all know what UGC is? User generated content. That's what we got. Yeah, new word alert, Instagrammable, TikTokable. I think that's a good. TikTokable. Those are very TikTokable things. Like, TikTokable, TikTokable. We're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that. I made tumblers for families, personalized, and they love them. Your channels help so much. Thank you so much for that. That's what I'm here for. And if people buy stuff along the way, even better. I love it. I love it. I love it. Nicole says that TRW is killing it with all these new designs. I literally have $200 worth of designs in my cart. Any chance I can afford a discount soon? Maybe. I'm going to add another one. I'm going to clean it up a little because there's a couple things I like. But if you didn't make last night's show, we're going to put that one together. There it is. Can I see it? Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, and that one. This one was done. These are all SS tones. This is done in the twilight. I know it's on a sheet. It's hard to see. I'll get Corey to put on a shirt today, and I'm actually going to clean it up a little because I don't like a few parts in it. But there it is. We're going to put that on there. Thick thighs and spooky vibes, MF. That's what we got. Uh, love the new designs in my wall, and my wallet keeps losing. But it's not though, because you're investing in yourself because you're going to use those designs to make money. That's what we're going to do. Brian's got it only 100 days until Black Friday. Think about that, folks. Only 100 days till Black Friday. And we are going to, on our Black Friday stuff, we'll see what we have because we've got a lot of stuff we've got to go through and figure it out for it. Hello, got you in my ear live on TikTok. Tim should be tinting right now, if I know correctly. Tim is tinting. And Jerry said, yes, technically we should all be planning for Turkey Day. And yes, the December day too. Absolutely. We need to get on it. We need to get on it. That's right. Don't forget to order your new cameo. The links are in the description. The links are in the comments. There are some with that. Are there any known issues with upgrading Corel from 18 to 24 regarding Wizard 5? None that I've ran into. What I've ran into was upgrading to CM5. CM5 doesn't always want to play nice with the Wizard, so you have to use the launch button. But I went from 7 to 24 on 5. No issue at all with it. See you there. Dick said, wow, you even know how to say it, Todd. I'm less than a mile from downtown and the Fox River that just overflowed its banks by quite a bit. That's, yeah, Waukesha. And it took me a while to understand it, Waukesha. But we've been up there a few times to go visit Sarah, take stuff off, and then go to a Brewers game. I think we did that last year, went to the Brewers game. We tried this one, but this whole let's buy TRW thing kind of threw a mix in that. But Waukesha, yeah, you're only about 3.5 hours from us because we go up through Rockford and then cut across, and then we're right there. So not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. I haven't been here for a while. What happened to Theo, her host? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Theo. I'm not sure. I'm good here. Jenny says, I like the rhinestones. They're going to make me some money. Yes, Jenny, that's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. I've been the same host for 4 years, 5 years. When did we start doing this? We started doing Makers and Movers podcast. It started as Morning Mindset 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Yeah. And then when we bought TRW, we went ahead and start putting it over here for it. So that's what we got. Yes, I'm thinking right now. No, you're not. You're tinting right now. You can see that you called me out last night. I do call people out. Birthday's in 100 days, huh, Alana? What are you getting us? What are you getting us? My birthday's, I don't know how many days it is. I'll have to ask Corey. I'll have to ask Corey to see there and see what happened and go from there. But that's what we got today. Next, as like I said, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure to go up and like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and sharing is caring. So do that. All the links are down in the description. We have stuff on there. You know what? I guess I can be a cool one and we can post the new designs for people to take a look at here. Go check these out for you. I gotta find the right tab so we can put that in here. And then let's go find the other one. So that way, the $129 Cameo 4 blowout, we can get those rocking and rolling and ready to go. So there's that one. And then, hey, you can always find this over at Fat Dad Print Co. So that is for our print service, DTF transfers, signs, banners, decals, all of that fun stuff. You can go check that out there. So that is where we got with stuff. Go check out all of that. Sharing's caring. Use the affiliate links. Use whatever we got there. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, got this. Tomorrow, Hall of Fame, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Today, Hall of Fame All-Star, noon. We have that going on. So if you're a Hall of Fame member, an All-Star member, Polar is doing that at noon today. I do believe next Wednesday we're going to do Designing with Todd next Wednesday night, probably 7 p.m. I'm going to take current trending designs and make them your own. That's the goal for that one. We're we're still on pace for Wizard 6, October 1st. If things might get pushed back a little, they might get pushed back a little, but that's where we're setting our deadline to say this is what we need to do. So we actually have a clear goal for it. But we've got that. The other thing is what? Cameo sales. We got that. We got that. I think everything else we're rocking and rolling with. So we got it. All right. With that, you guys, if you don't have any questions, comments, concerns, we'll move on to the next one. We'll go get our mentorship community set up so we can rock and roll with that. So we'll be back here Friday. So until next time, peace, love, press on. We will see you.